Jules, and I just wanted to, I'm really excited about the new class that's coming to the Stone Soup Virtual Cookery School, so I just wanted to pull together a quick video, tell you a bit about the class and why I'm running it and why I'm excited about it and how you can get involved. And I've also got a little competition coming up, so I'll share that at the end. But, so the class is called Reclaim Your Waistline, and it's kind of something that, you know, I love my food, I've always have, but kind of, you know, it's always been a struggle for me to, you know, kind of find the balance between enjoying, you know, all the wonderful food that the world has to offer, but also, you know, kind of maintaining my figure. And, you know, that's something I think a lot of food lovers kind of struggle with, but it's not something that we really talk about. And, you know, I've tried a lot of different things, you know, and you know, for most of my life I've been quite a big runner just to kind of balance the excesses of what I eat. And yeah, that's okay, but you know, it's not for everyone. But I'm always on the lookout for kind of healthy food options. And over Christmas, I actually was lucky enough to read two great books. And one was The 4-Hour Body by Tim Ferriss. And his diet, and he makes big claims. You know, his dad lost 20 pounds in 4 weeks or something. It's 10 kilos, which is quite a bit of weight. But so Tim's method is actually, it's called the slow carb diet. So what he does is kind of, you're allowed to eat beans and lentils and those sorts of things, but you're also eating, you know, lean meat and all that sort of stuff. And then the brilliant thing about Tim's diet is then one day a week you have, he calls it a cheat day, where you just eat whatever you want, all the foods that you love, as much of it you like, you know, eating and drinking and just having a great day. And that in itself is actually quite an empowering, quite a fun way to kind of approach your eating. The other book I read was Gary Taubes' Why We Get Fat, which is and pretty much the essence of that is that we get fat because when we eat carbohydrates, and it's all to do with insulin, and that's something that, like, I'll go into the details of that in the class if you're interested. But basically, you know, kind of what Gary Taubes is saying is kind of lining up with Tim Ferriss's philosophy. And so, you know, when we're cutting out, you know, sugar and kind of processed grains and all those sorts of kind of, you know, really high carbohydrate foods, and that's kind of the secret to this way of eating. And you know, it's more than a diet; it's a kind of healthy way of eating, kind of for the future. So that's the class, and you know, I've been eating this way for the last couple of months, and I really, or since Christmas, I guess only 6 weeks. But yeah, I'm really feeling great. You know, I'm finding that, you know, I'm eating until I'm full at meal times. I'm not having that, but you know, and I'm actually running less at the moment. I'm probably down to about 40 k's a week instead of up around 60. And you know, I'm actually still yeah, just gradually losing a little bit of weight. You know, I'm not trying to go crazy or anything. But the great thing is that I've actually been losing weight from around my waistline, which is, you know, which is a great thing. So I'm really loving that. So I'm feeling great about myself, and I want to share that with you guys. The class starts on the 19th of February, and it's going to be online through the Stone Soup Virtual Cookery School, and it's going to be broken down into 4 weeks. It's quite a big class. The first week is kind of like slow carb basics, so we'll explain, you'll learn kind of, you know, the basics behind the diet, why it works, how it works, and the rules, you know, kind of how you follow it. And I promise you, there's no counting calories or counting anything. It's very easy and you know, quite basic to stick to. We'll talk about, you know, kind of how to develop healthy eating habits, and kind of really go into kind of a little bit more of the psychology behind eating and psychology of habit change as well, because yeah, what we eat is a habit, and you know, by kind of taking on some good habit changing kind of methodology, we think it will really help us with changing over to this new way of eating. Week 3 we'll go through all the common mistakes that people have when they're trying to change over to this way of eating, you know, things like not drinking enough water and all that sort of stuff, so we'll really nail into that. Last week we'll be talking about fresh ingredients. It's kind of fresh ingredients 101. It's like how to shop, how to plan, how to store your fresh ingredients, and kind of really set yourself up for kind of moving forward with this way of eating. So that's the class in a nutshell. With the Stone Soup Virtual Cookery School, there's 2 ways you can pay for classes. You can either buy an individual class for you know, a set price, or you can join Soup Stones, which is a membership kind of subscription base that it's a subscription option that I'm offering, and that's just $20 a month, and you get access to kind of all the current classes that are running, but also all the previous class materials. So it's awesome value. And it's like, you know, it's up to you. You can join for as long as you like. You can dip in and dip out. You know, there's no strings. It's, you know, it's up to you to, you know, how long you stay for. Quite excited about these. So I thought there's two parts to it. One is just a competition to win a place in the class for Reclaim Your Waistline. So if you're interested but, you know, not quite sure about the money side of it, or you just like to win things, just leave me a comment. Leave a comment on this blog post, or email me, jules@thestonesoup.com, and just tell me, you know, a bit about yourself and why you think that you deserve a place in Reclaim Your Waistlines. Entries will close on Tuesday the 15th, and I'll announce the winners on this blog on Wednesday the 16th. So good luck, and you can get your entries in. And the other thing I'd like to announce is when on Wednesday, when I announce that, I'll also be opening the registration. You can already sign up to Soupstones, but from Wednesday, just for a 24-hour period, anyone who signs up during that 24 hours will also get a free copy of Gary Twobs's ebook, Why We Get Fat. So I'll get that delivered into your inbox. That's it. So yeah, hope you're a bit more excited about the class. Hope you're excited about the class. You know, I really am, and look forward to seeing you online.